Bum, 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 ba 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 bum, 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 ba 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 ba, 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 bum, bum, ba 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 ba, ba, ba. Oh boy, we've got ourselves another big set to build. Lego Super Mario Bowser's Airship 71391 is its number, and this is going to make a great addition to my collection. I've been looking forward to building this set for quite some time, as you can tell by all the dust that happens to be accumulating here. I have waiting for the right time to do it. More of a case of just being in the right mood and the right frame of mind to do it, but I've been on a bit of a roll building a whole bunch of Lego stuff, so I figured let's give this a crack. On the back of this slightly crumpled box, you get to see the full details of the ship itself, including things like Mario Guy, Wizard Guy, Baby Guy, Mole Guy, Cannon Guy, and of course, Captain Goomba. With this whole selection of interactive bits and pieces, my little Mario's going to have a whale of a time jumping on this ship. I was very fortunate to pick up this set, which had been long retired by the time I picked this up. Luckily, good friend Michael Bell, he managed to find this at his local Lego Discovery store at the time, and it was even on sale, as you can see from the yellow sticker up in the corner. But this is the opportunity when I thought, you know what, destiny is telling me to buy this set, and I managed to get it at a good price. Thank you, Michael, for finding this set for me and bringing it to my attention. It's a really good find. Now that we've got the introductions out of the way, it's time for the best part of the show where you watch me build the set against the clock. So, as Bowser would usually say, which roughly translates to, let's start the clock. Yes. So, what we have here is a collection of number bags, which I count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I think, maybe 13 bags, and one unnumbered bag, and these interesting little shaped bits here. And with these older Mario sets, you need to have the digital instruction manual, which I've got right here. And let's go on to bag 1, which I think, yep, is the little mole guy. Bag 1 complete, nothing to it. Here's a little guy. No time to waste, it's bag 2. Bag 2 complete. And before I bring your attention to bag 3, let's take a look at what you've got in bag 2. You get a lovely little Carmack character right here. Another one to add to your Mario collection. You get lots of duplicates in Mario. But you don't get a duplicate of this. It's a pipe, a black pipe that is also a cannon, which is exciting. And now, let's look at bag 3. Bag 3 complete. And what do we get? We get the beginnings of the ship, which is the crow's nest. At least one of them. I think there's two. That's one of them. And you get the captain himself. Captain Goomba. You better start believing in ghost stories, laddie. You're living in one. Or something like that. But the cool thing about this is he's got his hat, but it pops off, so you can jump on the Goomba. And in theory, you could put this pirate captain hat on anyone who's got a square head. Bag 4. Bag 4 complete, and what we get is a second crow's nest with propeller, which is taller than the last with this interesting contraption. And we get the claw, or a claw, I should say. And now, looking at these instructions here, it wants me to put the whole thing together, which will go together like this. Just like that, it magically goes together with a nice little view of the good captain. Well, I say go together like this, I'm a bit confused as to what this is supposed to do. I think this slots into here, in this little gap, so, but the picture wants me to have it hanging up. So I guess it needs to be upwards. Okay, so it's got a bit of rigidity. It was locked into place. Then we'll just slide this on top. Like that. And that's it. So it turns around willy-nilly. This flips, but if you knock it, it falls apart, which I'm guessing it's supposed to do. Anyway, I'll put it back together. Interestingly, you can lay out the set like this right now, which is the boat top connected to the cannon on the ground, which is not part of the boat, surely. But I think it's just to give you a visual idea of what it looks like, and it looks like from bag 5, it's time to build the boat. Okay, now it's time to go on to bag 5, which also looks like requires these 3 bits from the unnumbered bag. Just want to quickly show the behind the scenes of this boat, and it's starting to get a little bit tricky, a little bit Lego Technic-y. Let's see, yep. And the last bit, which goes... Does it lock into anywhere? Wait, does it lock into anywhere? Does it actually lock anywhere? Oh. No. I guess that's it. Oh, maybe it's just like a part that just comes apart during gameplay. Okay, that's fair enough. Oh wait, no, hang on, I see. I need to, oh, yes, I see. I'm supposed to lock this all into place. One moment, let's just do a bit of this. There you go. What I needed to do was to push these into the holes which are generated from this. A little bit on the fiddly side, but nothing out of the ordinary, and you can see now it can pull and push like so, which I guess expands the entire boat apart. And that was bag 5 complete with all these bits, some of these spares, and I've skipped ahead on to bag 6. Just like that. Bag 6 complete, and what we have here is a little propeller system, and we've also got this nicety. So if we do a little bit of this, and we can it grows and expands to reveal nothing. There's nothing inside it just at this moment in time, but there will be. It's like opening up a sandwich bag, or like a treasure trove of magic. It's pretty cool. So far, so good. Onwards to bag 7, where we also contain the other boat bit. Bag 7 complete, and we're building up to the side of the boat, the top of the boat, and it is growing in size, as we can see here. Let's bring it back to the original starting position, which is hard to do with one hand, like so. As we move on to, what is it? Here it is, bag 8. Just finishing up bag 8, and this is the Bowser head piece that goes on the front of the ship. That's pretty cool. I quite like that a lot. It's something that it kind of makes me think of, you would make me want to put this on a wall, on a plaque, like a trophy, like a defeated Bowser and I claimed his head. Bag 8 complete, and it is pretty much the head. It's the head that gets attached to the ship with the bit on the top, and that's pretty cool. That's not much to say, it's just a nice Bowser head. So let's swiftly move on to bag 9. Bag 9 complete, nothing really yet, it must be combined with something else, and we're going on to bag 10. The momentum is truly picking up, and there's quite a lot of spares. Bag 10 complete, and it's now looking like the back side of the ship is developing rudders and everything like that, and even getting some more of these connecting bits to help reinforce. My finger's in the way. To reinforce the mechanic of expanding outwards. So now onwards to bag 11, which contains the last plastic bit from the unnumbered bag. There we go. Put that into place. push that down. And this brings us to the end of bag 11. It's turning into quite a tall boy. But now we go on to the penultimate bag, bag 12. Oh, there goes the lantern, and in it goes here. And that's the end of bag 12, which is this panel and this panel essentially. And we've been at it for this long, and oof, I'm feeling it on the last stretch. Onwards to the final bag, bag 13, and we'll see how this fits onto this. Here's another trophy head, trophy Bowser head for the wall for the trophy mantelpiece, or is it for the butt? Here we go. Let's clip that into place. Let's see. Let's clip it into. How does that supposed to go in? I guess you just kind of just put in position, force it into the clip like that, and there you go. Bowser bum Bowser. And it opens. Does it open? Or does it close? Oh, I guess that's the extent it goes. Okay, that's that last bit done. The barrels have been added, and I think that's the end of the bag. Quite a lot of spare pieces, and this one looks a bit unusual for a spare bits. I hope I haven't forgotten to build something with this, but I'm sure it'll come back up. But I've still got all this to build in. How do we fit it into this? Is that the end of it? Okay, looks like the answer is no. I think that's the last bit there. Okay, so let's see how this works. Alright. So once you expand it, oh, you expand it and then you just shove the bits in. Okay. That shove that in, and then you close it, and then you put that on top. Okay, let's just try and put it together. Okay, that's it. I've put these extra bits in, including these extra base bits, which it seems weird. Why do you have to take it apart? Why do you put it together in the first place if you need to take it apart at the end? Is it just to keep you entertained? I don't know. Let's just double check to make sure that's the end. Well, that would signify that is the end, and I guess that is it. That's a lot. Stop the clock. And here it is, the entire boat airship Bowser style with lots of spinny bits here and there, lots of bit of details and interesting. This can't open up until you open and remove these base bits, which then allows you to expand and to play with. Okay, so that's all that's done. Let's pack all this away. Let's put away all the bits and pieces and tidy up this table and have a proper look at this whole set. One moment, please. Okay, fully extended, fully Marioed. Let's do some exploring. So we get this guy. What happens? Okay. Get a Goomba. Take his head off. What we got here? Nice and simple. Interesting. All right, so let's start from this point here. Is there any jumpy bits? Is there anything like... I should have been paying attention to all these power-ups. So I know this one's going to power up. So put that down. Then okay, so that unlocks that. What else go? This. Here we go. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what other things we've got. I believe there's one in the bum, like so. Right. So lots of coins, but it looks like the majority of, if not all of, actually, does this head come off? I think it does. No, it doesn't. I don't think there was a thing in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Which, a bit of a shame in a way. I feel like they missed a trick with not having a triggering point to... Oh, actually, wait, no. I know this one has it. Was it this one has it? One of these has got... here it is. Okay, so it is, you're just taking damage. You're giving damage to the boat. I wanted it to have the theme song playing for the Bowser Airship as you're jumping around here, there, and everywhere. So, gameplay-wise, I'm sure it's fine. I feel like they missed a trick of me some music. So really, for me, it's just, I almost forgot about the cannon pipe. What sound does it make? Well, aren't I a big dum-dum? Take back everything I said. This is pretty awesome. This is exactly what I wanted. Here it is, the Bowser Airship, fully complete and ready to set sail as it is. It's a really nice looking set. There isn't much to go wrong with this particular set right now in terms of how it looks. It's a nice solid bit of toy. It's big, it's quite heavy, and right now it's a nice compact form which can obviously extend outwards to become a longer, wider ship, which creates a bigger play area itself. And visually it looks great. I think it looks like a nice addition to any collector of the Super Mario franchise of Lego. The individual characters that you get for this set are nice. They are two unique looking sets, which is this little gopher guy with a flat head, the Kamek, which you get from the Peach Ice Castle set as well, which is okay. You're going to get some duplicates if you're having lots of collections, and a Goomba. You're going to have lots of Goombas anyway, but with the addition of a pirate hat makes it worth a little bit extra, a little bit something special from the whole set. It would have been nice, I think, just to have an additional big Bowser of some kind. A Bowser with a pirate hat. I mean, I've already got a whole bunch of other Bowsers. What's one more pirate-themed Bowser going to do? It would have been nice for an addition to it. Even Bowser Jr. pirate-themed would have been a nice additional character to this whole collection. The building experience for the Bowser Airship, it was fine. There was nothing really particularly complicated. A little bit of fiddliness when it comes to these Technics armed panel bits to support the expansion of the ship itself. It wasn't anything hard in the end. It's just a little bit of fiddling, and once you got that done, that was it. However, it did feel a little bit of a drag. The whole set took me 2.5 hours to build from beginning to end, and I kind of about those 2.5 hours. I was looking at the clock and going, oh, this is taking quite a while. And the pieces that you put together aren't necessarily that interesting on their own. It's not until you build everything and put it all together, which is when you actually visually see how good of a kit it is. There are some kits that you build where you're rewarded as you go along and you get encouraged to build more and more, and you want to keep building and time seems to fly. But for this, for me, it was kind of a drag. Yeah. I don't want to say it was a chore because it was nice to build. It was kind of relaxing, but I think it just dragged on and on. And for me, maybe not build this entire set in one go. Maybe build it bit by bit, maybe like a bit here, a bit there on a day-by-day basis. But it doesn't really lend itself to pausing in terms of taking a break from building. So I don't know. Be prepared for like just spending a lot of time building this whole thing. I'm pleased I got the set. I am happy that I was lucky enough to be able to get this at a discounted price. At the time of recording, this set is now fully retired, but when it wasn't retired, it was retailing at £90, regular retail price. And at the time, I got this for £65 with the discount. Do I think it's worth £90 entirely? That's a bit of a long ask, I think. £90 for this, maybe not so much. Around the £65-70 mark, yes, that would be worth the money and you wouldn't feel particularly ripped off. If it was to be £90, then definitely would, I think, an extra bigger character thrown into the kit would make it feel more value for money. Like saying, yes, for the higher price tag, it's worth it. But £90 as it is, bit of a stretch. Less than that, definitely add it to your collection. Ultimately, I would recommend this set, especially if you are a Mario collector. Maybe not pay full price, but if you can get it at a lower price, then it's definitely worth picking up. Mainly because it's a nice display piece for your collection, and ultimately, it's a toy to be played with, along with the other Lego Mario toy collection. Now I've got to figure out where I'm going to put it in my grown-up bookshelf. Thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you all next time.